There, everybody, and today I'm finally here to review the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I gotta say, this is easily probably my favorite video game movie. But I might as well talk about my history with Mario. So, I played some of his games growing up. I played the Mario Kart Wii. I've played like a few Mario Party games, but what really got me into the character was when I played Super Mario 3D World. And that game was amazing. I loved the worlds in that game. It was so awesome. And I've always wanted to play Super Mario Odyssey. And I grew up with the Cute Mario Bros., that YouTube channel. But as of 2023, we got the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I saw this in April. I did a vlog on it a while back. I think I deleted it because I was worried about copyright. But I gotta say, the Mario movie is really good with its animation. And yeah, this movie could be considered like a kid's movie. But hey, this movie is a lot of fun for Mario fans for sure. And I like the setting and like the different takes at Mario. It's not like the straightforward video game. Well, like, it has all that video game stuff, but, like, it has, like, a different twist where it's revealed, like, I'll get into it, but, like, it opens with, like, Bowser invading this, like, penguin kingdom, and he's voiced by Jack Black. I gotta say, Jack Black is really good as Bowser. Like, I wasn't really sure about it at first, but then, like, once I heard his voice, I was like, I already digged it. But, once Bowser tries to take down the penguins, they try to take him down, but they just throw snowballs, and Bowser gets the star. And we see next it flashes forward to a commercial made by Mario and Luigi, who are revealed to be plumbers. And this is what the plot twist was, and how it's different from the games. What I meant, it's where Mario and Luigi are in a normal world. They're not in the Mushroom Kingdom. They're just in everyday life. They're trying to make a living as their plumbers, and they have a super flashy commercial. And most of their family members are kind of just making fun of them for trying to get out there and make a living. But, like, things do take a turn once they get a phone call. It's just a compliment about the commercial, but it's an actual call for a plumbing issue. And Mario and Luigi gear up in their awesome hats and gloves because they think it looks cool. And they take their awesome van to, like, the person's apartment. And they have, like, a wild dog there. And we get this funny scene where, like, Mario and Luigi are trying to, like, unplug the toilet with their plungers. But their dog keeps getting in the way. And we get, like, this high opera music, and then they almost fly out the window with the dog, and they end up fixing the plumbing issue, and they get paid, and they arrive home. But their family members, like I said earlier, they were, like, making fun of them for trying to be plumbers, and making fun of their commercial. But, like, their parents seem uptight, but, like, I think it's one of their cousins or uncles who says Luigi's only hanging out with Mario just to, like, make a living. I forget what they said, but, like, it was basically just bringing Mario down as they were sitting at the dinner table. And I gotta say, I'm just gonna randomly notice this, but, like, the Mario's parents, they actually look like the original design when Mario first appeared and as what he was originally called Jumping Man in the Donkey Kong game. So I thought that was a nice little Easter egg. But Mario and Luigi are kind of just bummed out. They're just hanging out in their room all lonely, playing in their games. And Luigi's trying to comfort Mario, assuring him that they do not think the way their family thinks. But I really want to talk about the voice of Mario and Luigi. He's voiced by the famous Chris Pratt. So people were shocked when Chris Pratt was going to voice Mario. And people were complaining how the original Mario voice, who is now retired, hasn't voiced Mario in this movie. I gotta be honest, I don't know if that would work for a whole movie, but I think Chris Pratt does a good job. I think he does sound like Mario. You already feel his voice. Like, it may seem like they're just casting Chris Pratt just the voice characters, because now he voices Garfield, but I think he's pulling it off quite well with voice acting for Chris Pratt. We got Charlie Day as like Luigi. I think he does sound like Luigi. He has like a uniqueness in Luigi's voice, where like Luigi's voice is more of a sour kind of high pitched voice, but you kind of just feel it when you hear Charlie Day voiced him. Even though he voiced like I think Benny in the Lego movies, so it's like a little Lego family reunion. But anyway, during the news, there was an announcement that there's a flood nearby their town of Brooklyn. And so Mario and Luigi decide to go fix the issue to prove that they are worthy of being well-liked. So they go down, and they end up falling into a sewer hole and where the flood's happening, and they end up searching around it. But it's until Luigi finds a secret tunnel, and he ends up falling in, and Mario's like wondering what's happening, and then Mario falls in himself, and they both fall throughout the tunnel, and they end up getting separated, and Mario's like, oh, I will always be together, but then they get separated. And so yeah, that's what I like about the plot twist. It isn't just taking place in the Mushroom Kingdom. There's like, I like how like the plot twist is like Mario has the regular world is, and there's this secret world, which is the Mario world. That's what I like about the plot twist, how different it is from the games. But Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom, and Luigi falls into like a dark forest, and he ends up encountering some I think like Koopa, like the turtle skeletons, and he ends up saying, "You're Luigi." But it's like, I think it's like a reference to Luigi's Mansion. But Mario's in the Mushroom Kingdom, and that's where he meets Toad. And I just love the scene where Mario freaks out, and then Toad's like saying, like, don't eat the mushrooms, because of how poisonous they are. But they go on a journey in the Mushroom Kingdom to look for the princess once Mario learns that there's a princess. And they end up going and through the various tunnels, and it's just like, I just love how Mario's already overwhelmed by it. Like, he ends up just keep falling, and then it's like he's falling backwards or something. But Mario ends up going into the Princess Peach's castle, as Toad distracts the other guards with like a game of, I don't know, something. But Mario ends up getting chased by a bunch of Toads until he finally meets Peach, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, so which is nice. And immediately, I already felt the chemistry between Mario and Peach in this. And Peach is very different in this movie, and that's why I don't know why people were mad over Peach having, I don't know, being strong, I guess. I don't know, because usually Peach is the one who gets captured by Bowser, and Peach is like, and always gets rescued by Mario. But in other games, Peach has shown herself to be a capable fighter too, so I don't get why people are complaining. But anyway, so like, Peach and Mario have already met, and Mario is wondering where Luigi is, and then Peach is like saying he's probably with Bowser, and I think Mario ends up having a little talk with Peach at first. She first thinks he's like an intruder, but then she learns that he isn't. But later in the movie, Mario has to go through the various trainings in order to prepare to fight the various bad guys in this. He has to like go through the obstacle course, and it's just like a Mario level where he has to jump and hit the cube thing and then eat a mushroom, then it gets him a power up. And Peach already shows him how to do it, and she does it very well, which was nice. Mario tries to do it, and we get like I Need a Hero playing. Like, there's a lot of good songs in this movie, surprisingly. And like, Mario keeps on trying and trying, but he keeps falling. He almost gets drowned. He falls. He gets eaten by a plant. And it's all meant to be funny until Mario finally found a way to master it. He doesn't touch the pole, but he almost gets it. And Peach has said like he's glad for him. But Mario's just like, he felt he couldn't get it at all. But Peach still says he believes in him, and Peach just revealed that she did it in one try, the obstacle course. But while this is going on, I think Luigi does meet Bowser as he's now a prisoner. And Bowser's just hanging out, and he is like bragging about how he has the star and he's going to use it to take over the kingdom. But it's going to be revealed what he really wants to do. He wants to marry Peach. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to stop anyone from getting in his way. And he's even practicing proposing. I'm kind of going a bit in the movie. But I think Mario and Peach and Toad go on the quest to find Luigi. And they're going to seek help from, I think, Donkey Kong and his people. But I think earlier... And I think while they were traveling, they went into like the fire flower, like this plant area, and it looks really nice in the animation style for it. Like, by the way, the animation looks beautiful in this movie. I love this style for the Mario movie animation. And we do get a story about Peach's backstory. It's revealed that Peach, apparently, when she was a baby, she found a tunnel. And she apparently found her way through it. And she was recruited by the Toads, and they helped train her and helped her become a princess. So that's, and Mario suggests that, like, hey, maybe you came from my world. So, yeah, it's a nice plot twist for Peach. Like, she's human, Mario and Luigi are human, and they somehow all made it to this mysterious world. And I do like the scene where Peach, like, puts on, like, the fire power up. This sounds like a nitpick, but like Mario, I wish he actually used the fire power up. But I don't know. I guess they might save it for the next movie. But while this is all going on, I think we get the infamous Bowser song, the Peaches song, and we see it on the piano. It's cringy, but I think it's meant to be cringy. And the song went super viral as Jack Black is singing about loving Peach. And we get the rest of it at the end of the movie, but I just love it where Bowser is like, no, I was not singing. But I think, as this is going on, I think Bowser interrogates Luigi, asking what he's for. And he literally almost rips his mustache off. He's just pecking at it. And it's like, and Luigi's just terrified. But as that all goes on, Luigi's thrown into like a dungeon as he refused to give answers. And that's where he meets like some other characters who were trapped. The penguins from earlier. And like a star. And it was funny. Like the star is like being annoying to others. But while this is all going on, I think Mario and Peach make it to the kingdom for Donkey Kong to recruit them. But they meet this one dude and one ape, and I don't know what the character's called, and I'm not too familiar with Donkey Kong. But he manages to use like the one of his carts, like it's a reference to Mario Kart, and I think they play Take On Me, and they use the go-kart to get to the palace and meet up with the ape kingdoms, and we see I think Donkey Kong's father, who is going to reveal that they will help them as long as Mario fights Donkey Kong. And that's where we do meet Donkey Kong in this movie. I was surprised Donkey Kong was going to be in this movie. I thought it would just be the Mario characters, but Donkey Kong is part of this Mario world, so it makes sense. He's voiced by Seth Rogen, who we saw previously in the TMNT Mutant Mayhem. But Mario has to fight Donkey Kong, and it's in this arena, and we get a bunch of cool cameos. We get Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong's son. Yeah, we get Dixie, which is cool. But Mario has to fight, and he uses a few power-ups, but he cannot fight Donkey Kong, as Donkey Kong really just does not like Mario because he feels superior over Mario. And he punches him, and like he uses a power up. He accidentally uses the mini one, and Mario shrinks himself, and then Donkey Kong just makes fun of him and I think he like froze him and Peach is like feeling so bad that Mario's getting his ass kicked. And then Mario like flies up, and then they tell him to use the power up. And then Mario does use a power up, and he turns into the cat. And it's like a nice reference to like the Super Mario 3D World where you can turn Mario into a cat. And he uses it, and he is able to take out Donkey Kong. It kind of reminded me of like Super Smash Bros, which is cool. By the way, I've always wanted to play Super Smash Bros. But Mario ends up taking down Donkey Kong. And and Donkey Kong tries to de-escalate, saying that he allowed Mario to win. And Mario's like, "Oh, you want a piece of me?" And then they calmed him down, and then now they decided to go on the quest to go invade Bowser's kingdom and stop him from taking over the Mushroom Kingdom. But they all get on their carts, and it's basically Mario Kart. Mario gets his own car, Peaches gets her own motorcycle, and the next is like, it's a big race as they go on the Rainbow Bridge. And it's like a cool, next is like a cool chase scene. I like how they all go up and then they land on the Rainbow Bridge, and all Mario's like in the lead, and then all the other cars follow him. But that's where Bowser ambushes them. And we get this giant, like, one of the Koopas uses, like, a giant tank, like, cart, and then it chases Mario, and Mario ends up getting his car destroyed, but he is able to stand on the cart for a bit, and then he, like, jumps on a motorcycle, and it's, like, it's very cool, and I like how they're, like, Mario also used the cart earlier to, like, go up and down on the Rainbow Bridge, and, but things take a turn when Bowser uses the missile on the Rainbow Bridge, causing Mario and Donkey Kong to fall, while Peach and the others narrowly escape. Toad and Peach escape, but I think like one of the turtles ends up grabbing all the rest of Donkey Kong's family. But Mario and Donkey Kong barely make it out alive underwater, and then Mario like grabs Donkey Kong, saves him, and he's like, "You saved my life." But they're eaten by a whale as Peach now plots to take down Bowser. But once she does this, she is surrounded by Bowser, who now proposes to her. And Peach is like, "Ew, no, I would never date you." But Bowser is using lethal force as he threatens to kill Toad if he doesn't marry Peach, if she doesn't want to marry Bowser. And yeah, it's quite dark for Bowser. I mean, I know he's the big bad, but I don't know if he would go that far. But hey, Bowser looks intimidating, so I guess he's gonna do his villainous things. So I guess Peach is forced to marry Bowser. But I think Mario and Donkey Kong have a little small talk. They seem to somewhat work things out, but they're still, I guess, still butt heads. But they use Donkey Kong's like rocket to escape the whale. But as this is going on, Luigi and the others are trapped in their cages, and they're nearly about to hit the lava. But Mario and Donkey Kong make it to the wedding of Bowser and Peach, who's not looking forward to it. But she manages to back off as she's like, "Oh, I'm not marrying you. Why would I ever?" Like, she just went along with Bowser. But she ends up using like the ice like power up, and then Mario and Donkey Kong have this cool battle where Mario can now use his like obstacle course test the skills. He can finally do it, and he manages to take out a bunch of Koopas, and it's a very cool action scene as they're all climbing through the various stages to get to Bowser. And Mario ends up turning himself into a raccoon, and Luigi almost falls into the lava, and he grabs Luigi, and Luigi's like, "Mario?" And he even asks why Mario is dressed like a bear. Yeah, I thought that was funny. But while this is going on, Bowser is going to launch the blimps, I think they're called, those little cannon things. I'm sorry, I don't know their names, but Mario ends up, I'm kind of speed running a bit, but as this is going on, Peach loses her power up. I think Mario ends up bouncing the head thing into the tunnel all the way back in the Mushroom Kingdom where Mario came out of, and it ends up causing a big collision where it literally sucks everyone from the Mushroom Kingdom onto revealed to be Brooklyn, as like everything's going fine in Brooklyn, but until a giant Bowser statue thing falls and crushes Brooklyn, everyone's like screaming their heads off. And I think, and then this is like, I guess, the final battle where Mario is facing Bowser, and he's trying to make Mario insecure about himself, saying he's nothing, like a coward. And I think Donkey Kong and Peach try to fight him as they've now entered the real world, the other world, Earth. But Mario sees this commercial with Luigi, and he decides to take a stance against Bowser, and he does his best. He almost gets attacked by Bowser's flames until Luigi comes in, blocking it, and the two end up chasing after the star that Bowser had, and I think they grab it and they both turn. I love this scene. The scene gave me chills, but Mario and Luigi get like the star, and then they get the rainbow powers, and they end up becoming indestructible, and they end up punching Bowser, and they end up like crashing all through their enemies, and they've got that music that plays when you put on the star in the game, and they end up taking down Bowser's whole army and Bowser himself, and it's so badass. And I think Peach ends up using the mini mushroom on Bowser, and now he's shrunken and put into a jar. So that was a nice way to defeat Bowser. He got his karma. And so the day is saved. Everyone celebrates Mario and Luigi. They can finally get their respect as they now live in the Mushroom Kingdom with their new job. And that's the Mario movie. So I don't know if I got through all of it. I think I went through most of the movie. But I really love this movie. The animation, the voice cast was surprising, really good. And it's just a fun movie. And yeah, this movie is for kids. And I remember a YouTuber said this movie is childish. But like, it's a kids movie, so what do you expect? It's meant to just be fun. And I can see this movie. I honestly see the Mario movie having a cult following. Like, I can. And we don't talk about the original Mario movie that came out in the 90s. But this movie, it's like kind of a redemption. I was super excited when they announced this movie back in 2019. And now we finally got it. And it was super epic. It did not disappoint. I'd honestly give the Mario movie like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. Honestly, I didn't really have any issues. Like, just some nitpicks. I thought the movie was a little too short, but I don't know. I think most kids' movies these days are really short. But I really look forward to the Super Mario movie too. And it looks like they're going to be setting up Yoshi. And we got the rest of Bowser's Peach's song, which was funny. But I'm looking forward to the Mario movie too. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think the next review is, I think, Indiana Jones 5. That should be fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Let's go.